Hello there everyone and welcome to a new review on the channel. I was lucky enough to be able to be in the first batch of people that have bought this effect, and I'm here to bring a review to you. And that is of course the Quantum Deck by Craig Petty. Now this is going to be a really interesting review. I know a lot of you are interested in this product. I know you've may seen things online of what happened. That is not my that's not something I'm going to cover in this review. This is purely based on the product, what it is. And yeah, let's not daddle more. Let's roll the intro and get straight into the review. You stuck around, which means you're interested in learning more about quantum. Now, what is quantum? Quantum is essentially three things and possibly more, but essentially it's marketed as a card at any number, but it can also be an object at any number. And by object, I mean a flat object like a business card or a credit card or a bill. Any flat object that can fit in a deck and not protrude from the sides can be used in this effect, and it can also be used as a force deck. So you can write on the faces and use it as a force deck, and you can use it for many other things if you're so inclined. But those are the main three kind of functions that I want to cover here. So where do you buy this? Currently, it is sold out everywhere, and it's set to, I believe, come back in stock in April. So why am I making this review if you cannot physically buy this product? Maybe you want to pre-order it, and you want to know if you want to pre-order it now, later, have an opinion on it. That's why I'm doing the review. So it's priced at $39.99 US, and it's available anywhere. I think it's fully available at any magic shop that you know. I think we'll have this in stock, or any magic shop, major magic shop that you use, will have this product in stock, since it's a Murphy's Magic product. Even though it's by Craig Petty, it's published by Murphy's. Now, what do you get when you purchase? So the first thing you get is this box, this beautiful little box with a sliding mechanism, just like this. Beautiful. You have some like velvet here. Looks really nice. I'll make sure not to expose the instructional link. And then you also get your quantum deck. So that's what you get. You get your deck. And then, as I mentioned, you also get the instructions. The instructions are separated in different sections, which I really like, because I thought it was going to be in the trailer it mentions it's a 5-hour video. I thought it would be just one 5-hour long video. I don't like that. I think it's too much, but the fact it's split into sections and into subsections, and you can easily find what you're looking for when you're looking through it, and it's going to skip to specific videos on the web page, that's amazing. You can also download the videos if you want from the Murphy's website. If that's to you, you can also download them. But you get 5 hours of instructional video, and you get access to the Facebook group. And I'll briefly mention this, but this Facebook group is amazing. It found ways to make the product so much better in like less than a day since I got it. It elevated the product to be absolutely amazing. And one other thing is, no matter what anyone says about how the product was marketed or about Craig Petty, there is no denying that he is 1000% committed to this product. I've never seen a magic creator go on the Facebook group and every single time someone asks for help, he does a video for them. Whether he's in his car, at home, at work, no matter where he is, he will take the time to make a video to help you out. He even proposed at the start for people that are having issues or questions to Zoom with them and to do like a Zoom chat to help them explain. I've never seen a creator this committed to their product. He's active on there every day. So the Facebook group is a must, and I think that is a phenomenal group. We'll get into some perks of the Facebook group a bit later, but yeah, that's what you get essentially when you purchase the Quantum Deck. Now let's go for a little disclaimer before I move into my usual sections of the review, because there are some things thrown out there about this product that I feel do need clarification. The first thing that has gotten a lot of people's tidies in a bunch is the examinability of the deck. Now, is the deck examinable? I would say yes for laymen. That's one of the issues that I don't get in the Magic community nowadays is if you give someone a blank card, and you give them a blank card that is special, like in this deck, they will not know the difference. Like, I'm trying to not expose the method, because that's something that Craig really tries to enforce in his video. And usually, I give you a little bit tidbits of information about what you're getting. But here I really don't want to do that. I want to respect his plea, but they will not know the difference. And even if they take the cards from the table that you dealt and they look at them and they touch them, I honestly don't think they would know what's going on. They're laymen. They don't deal with magic products like we do. They're not like me. Like, a layman doesn't have 50 plus to 100 gimmick decks with different principles, different methods in their drawer. They don't know all the methods. They don't know how a Svengali card feels. They don't know how certain other cards feel. They have no clue. They don't have a clue. So they will not know. And you could let them examine some of them. And even the examinability, they won't want to examine the whole deck. If you deal some cards on the table and you tell them, look, take here a few cards, take 3 or 4 cards, here, take you a few cards, look at the deck, it's fine. That's it. They don't need more. It's a blank deck. There's not much more to examine. And then there's also the issue of, oh, this is marketed for being a magician fooler. You're not buying a magic product to go perform and fool magicians. You're not buying a product to go at a convention to fool magicians. Yes, he does in the trailer a bunch of videos to, magicians, but that is not to show you that this is a foolproof magician fooler and that it's the best effect ever. It is made in the trailer to show you that on first thought, even the good minds of magic didn't have an idea as to how it's done. So that proves that for laymen, they will have even less of a clue. So I just really wanted to get that out of there. I think that this can be examinable. If you're scared of it being non-examinable, just don't let them examine it. Just don't. You don't need to. They won't want to. And even if they touch the cards that you dealt on the table or the cards in your hand, they're not going to know because they don't know magic principles. That's all I'm going to say about that. But yes, it can be examined. The second thing is regarding the number named. A lot of people say that, oh, it's so restricting with the number. Now, let's get this straight. I've performed this 10 times, okay? And I've written specifically for this review, after every time I performed the number that was named. And I gave clear and concise pattern, okay? So these are the numbers that were named. So it says on Vanishing Ink website that the range is from, I believe, 10 to 31. But we're going to talk about that because the Facebook group fixed that issue. So it says, I believe, from 10 to 31, but it can be more with adjustments. But even let's say you take that limited range, okay? Let's say you take that limited range. I have been named, so these are the numbers that I've been named. I've been named 12, I've been named 16, I've been named 16, I've been named 17, I've been named 20, I've been named 23, I've been named 13, I've been named 16 again, I've been named 21, and I have been named only once 32. So out of 10 performances, only one of them was technically outside the range, okay? And this is just the way you speak. This is the pattern that I say, okay? I'm just gonna give it for free. This is the pattern that I tell you, that I tell my specter. I start the effect, I present it however I wish, and then I tell them, in a moment, I want you to name a number. And I don't want you to go for your favorite number, because most people would go for 3, 4, 7. And I'm guessing that's maybe one of your favorite numbers, am I correct? You wait for the answer. Most probably they're gonna say yes. If they say no, that's fine also, because they know that most people would name those numbers. So what I've done here is I've eliminated basically anything below 9 and technically even below 10. So I've eliminated all of that. And then I also say, but also don't name, something that's really, really high, because that's not something that I envision you doing, something like 45, 48, nothing like that. And of course that makes more sense in the routine, but that's how I would present it. So what I've done essentially is eliminate everything below 9, okay? And eliminate everything over 45, okay? So that is essentially my pattern. So you don't even have to do that, but just with simple wording, that that bracket of numbers can be easily manipulated. And I'm saying this because this is blatantly said on the ad copy. It is blatantly advertised by Craig Petty in his videos. So I believe I'm able to talk about this and tell you guys about this. Okay? Pardon me. I believe I'm able to talk about this. So that's for the numbers. Furthermore, in the Facebook group, someone came up with the idea to just do a small displacement as to the deck, which makes essentially the deck from 9 to 39. So any number between 9 and 39, you're free to go. And with the pattern that I just told you, and with easy displacement that Craig goes in depth over in the instruction, literally the spectator will not be forced to any number. Trust me. Even if I go out now and perform it 10 more times with that pattern and this new 9 to 39 window that the Facebook group came up with, I tell you, not a single person will name a number that is really hard for me to get to. And that's all I'm going to say. So that is I know it's been a long time, but I know this is a review that a lot of people are really heated about, and a product that a lot of people either love, hate, or in between. So I really want to give you guys the most information. Now let's get into the actual review. This was kind of covering some misconceptions about the product. Now, what is the difficulty? The difficulty of this is quite easy. There's nothing hard. It's pretty easy to do. You need a bit of memory work, but it's memory work, not remembering things. You're gonna have to do a bit of memory work as you go, like a bit of improv, and adjust to the certain numbers that people tell you. So that's just one thing to keep in mind, but all in all, it's a really easy effect to do. So don't worry about that. The second thing is practicality. Is this practical? Similar to all effects, I think this is something that is so overgrown in the magic community, telling people you have to carry a deck with you if you want to perform this effect. It's a one-trick pony. This is it too. You have to carry around the deck to do the quantum deck. If that's something that you don't like, of course, this will not change your mind. But if you don't mind and you go with a big case, or you want to bring an extra special deck for a special occasion when you go to a bar, this is really good. You just pop it in. It's just a deck of cards and you're good. So that's all about practicality. There's not much more. There's also, about practicality, I'm going to talk about the ease of use. You will have to maybe do something to your deck because it may work better than expected, or not as well as expected, or just as expected. But again, Craig Petty goes over that in the tutorial in the Facebook group numerous times, so you'll be good to go. But I do want to kind of hint at that and know that you're going to maybe have to do something with a deck, but it's going to take you 2 or 3 minutes. And maybe you won't even have to do it because most people don't even have to do anything, such as myself. Mine was perfect out of the box. Now, where do you perform this? I think you can perform this anywhere. As always, stage and parlor. If you have the right conditions, this can be done. And this can be done anywhere. I wouldn't do this on, a park bench when there's wind blowing or something like that. And also I wouldn't do this at a dirty table. So let's say you're eating with your friend, there's, crumbs of your fries and salt and dirt on the table. I wouldn't perform there because it's going to ruin the cards. I would do other effects there for sure, but I wouldn't do this. So this could be basically performed anywhere. You just need a place to deal the cards. You can technically even deal them in the spectator's palm. If you ask the spectator to put his hand here, you could technically even deal the cards in their hands if you so wish. So this could be technically performed anywhere. Now, the last thing I want to mention is the positives and negatives. But before I go that, how long will the deck last? Because that's something that people also ask. So will this break on you? Will this last for 10 performances and then you have to buy a new one? No, essentially this will last a long time. If you perform this every single day, it's maybe gonna run out in a few months, but that's it performing every single day quite a few times. But it is something that you can increase its livelihood. That's all I'm gonna say, but Craig goes over that in the instructions. Be able to do that too. So this will last you quite a bit of time. So if you're a professional magician and you perform this every single gig 10 times, it's gonna wear out eventually, but if this is your mainstay and you perform it that much, I don't think that $39 is going to be a groundbreaker for you to get a new one. And who knows, maybe in the future they're going to make decks without the need of instruction. You'll maybe only need to buy refills. Who knows? We don't know about that. I'm just spewing it out as a possibility, but we don't know. So I think, yeah, that's about the shelf life of your product. Now let's go into the positives and negatives. So what are the positives of this effect? The first positive is that it is really fun to perform. And I really want to stress this is sometimes I perform it to myself just because it's so fun to perform. It's so fun to perform. It's an amazing effect to perform. It's just so fun. Like as a performer, it is just really fun to perform it. And when you see Craig performing it or other people performing, you just see they have fun while doing this. It's a fun premise. I think it's a fun effect, and I personally have fun performing it. Second thing, it's a nice twist on a classic plot. Card at any number, whatever you want to call it. It's a fun twist on the plot with the blank cards and only one card appearing in the deck, and they can see both sides. I think it's great. I think it's a nice twist on a classic plot. It's also extremely fair. We talked about the number. I feel that if someone tells me my patter about the number, I still think it's not a forced choice. I think it's super fair, and it seems almost impossible to the spectator. It's going to seem super fair, and the way you're dealing, you're showing both sides of the cards every single time. It is great. And also the last thing, the instructions, of course, being 5 hour long, it feels like more of a project rather than a single effect. But also the Facebook group is absolutely amazing. It is fantastic. That Facebook group is great. You're going to learn so much new stuff that is not even covered in the instructions. You're going to learn anything you need to. It is absolutely great. Now, what are the negatives? There's two negatives to this. One, the classic one, which to me is never an issue, but you need to carry around an extra deck of cards to perform this. I'll briefly go over that. That's the classic. The second one is you do need a bit of quick thinking and thinking of on your feet. So if that's something that stresses you out, I know I was like that too. At the start when I started Magic, when I have to go beyond just doing an effect and having to think of things at the same time for the effect to work, that was stressing to me. But it's not hard. It's super easy. Don't worry. It's nothing complicated. But there is a bit of quick thinking. It's not really a negative, but I do want to mention it because I know I see some people sometimes that really don't want to do any of that because they don't feel confident. So I do mention it for them. So overall, would I recommend the Quantum deck? If you liked what you saw in the trailer, if you liked what you saw Craig Petty show at Blackpool, if you liked what you saw online of the effect, that is what you get. And yeah, what you see is what you get. So if you like it, go for it. You're gonna love it. I love it. I think it's a great effect. So I would say buy it. For people that are more numerical in score and you want me to give you like a numerical score, I would give the Quantum deck an 8.5 on 10, an 85%, however you want to interpret that. That's what I would give it. I think it's a great product. I think it's really good. And I think it's something you would enjoy. If you like the demo, if you like what you saw, you will enjoy this. Another really good release by Craig Petty. I'm going to have Gossip by Craig Petty also reviewed on the channel soon. But this is another great release by Craig Petty. And I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I also have up on Friday another video. It's going to be Distancia by the French Twins. So I hope you stick around for that. Thank you everyone for watching. This was a bit longer than usual because it is a product that has hype and a lot going for it. So I did want to give you the best possible information I could. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching and see you all in the next one. Bye bye and have a great week.